God should be our standard. Man should not be our standard. Because you know what? Man is just but flesh and blood. We are bound to make mistakes. We are bound to fall. Because even the Bible says the righteous falls 7 times, and 7 times he wakes up. Man has the tendency to fall. Man has the tendency to lose guard. Man has the tendency to be weak, to be weary, to be weak-handed. Man has the tendency to fail, to disappoint. But you know something? It is not in the track record of God to fail or to disappoint. And so God should be our standard and not man. We can have men as role models. I also have. Yeah, we can have men as role models. I do. I have in career, I have my role models. In ministry, I have my role models. In marriage, I have my role models. But you know something? The way I look at these role models, I don't look at these role models as semi-God. Yeah. I don't look at them because at times it is we that even the way we look at or we take these people, we even make them to even sin, because we are almost, quote and unquote, taking them as God. And so when they sin or when they fail, we become so down, so demotivated, so we become so down. It can demoralize us. Why? Because we are using the eye of God to look at them, forgetting that they can also fall. So the way I take my role models, I don't take them as though they are God. I look at them that these people are also men, they can fall. I tell myself, Grace, these people can also fall, because now human beings them be. So as we have role models, let us not look at our role models as though they are God, because they can fall. Some of them have fallen. And so in that season of their life, we have to come in and help them, because they are also human beings. But see the mistake most of us do, we look at them as they are God. And so we expect that they should not fall. We expect that they should not fail. We expect that they should not disappoint. Why not? Why wouldn't they fall? Why wouldn't they disappoint? Why wouldn't they fail? They are also man. They have flesh. And so most of the times you can meet them in their down moments. Most of the times you can meet them when everything seems frustrating for them, and they can lash it out. And when they lash it out, they say, I've been not expecting she will do like that. I've been not expecting. Why won't he do like that? Why won't she do like that? Is she not a human being? Hello everyone, I am Grace. I'm the founder of the Women's Theatre. I'm a wife, a mother, and a parent coach. So today, while I was going to pick the children from school, I stumbled on a video. And so this lady celebrated her 40th birthday. It was very glamorous, very elaborate. I was happy for her because I do follow her from time to time. So the video I stumbled, there was an interview she granted, and it was that in that interview she has made it known that she's no longer together with her husband. They've been divorced, and her mom was a marriage counselor. My goodness, God! I have listened to her mom's video on marriage. When it comes to marriage, she's an authority. That woman, when it comes to marriage, she's an authority. When she lectures you or talks to you on marriage, oh my goodness, God, it will sink. And so you see the irony of life. A woman who happens to be a marriage counselor, she has even written books. She can talk to you about marriage from morning till night and she wouldn't get tired. She has passion. She's so passionate about it. But you see how life is. A woman who happens to be a marriage counselor, yet the marriage did not stay till the end. So you see why I keep saying that we should look unto God as the standard. God should be the standard, not man. The life happens. Yeah, the life happens. And life has happened. It can happen to anyone. But you see, people keep saying, the way the mother was a marriage counselor, we did not expect that. Life can happen to anyone. Life can happen to anyone. She was even saying in her video that, in the interview, that if anybody had told her that her marriage would turn out to be like this, in fact, she wouldn't have believed it. In fact, she wouldn't have believed it at all, because of the way she cherished and loved her marriage, the way she put in her marriage. She was always there and all of that. But life happened. See, and so what we need to do as human beings is to rally around her, is to support her, is to encourage her, and not to bash on her that, you that your mother was a marriage counselor. All those things are not necessary. We don't know what she was going through in that marriage. You know, say, na person where they wear shoe, now you know where they shoe they pinch her. And she said she did everything she could within her means. Keep the marriage intact. But life happened. And so it will be very, very unfair and very, very unhealthy for people to bash on her, for people to make very unhealthy and toxic statements like, your mama was a marriage counselor, your mama was talking to people about marriage, why will your own marriage not stay, and all of that. Those things are not necessary, because it's better for her to be alive. Those things are not necessary at all. So that's why I say that we should always look up to God, should be our standard and not man. But when we have man as a role model, have it in your mind that man too can fall. Have it at the back of your mind, that man can fall. That man can also fail. He can also disappoint, because we all have our down moments. Again, God should be our standard. But we can have men as role models who will keep mentoring us, who will keep coaching us, who will keep holding our hands. Just as Naomi, Ruth, Elijah, Elisha. You see, Moses, Joshua, Caleb, Jethro. So it's good to have men that we are accountable to. Men who we are accountable to, who also just like Elizabeth and Mary. See, all those kind of relationship is very, very good. But while having these men as role models, or women as role models, let us know that they can also fall. Life can happen to anyone. Thank you so much. I want you to subscribe, comment, like, and share. I am Grace, the founder of the Women's Theatre. Thank you.